but shall be taken away from them. Who is he talking about? He's talking about himself. And then shall they fast in those days. No man also show a piece of new cloth on an old garment, else the new piece that filled it up take it away from the old, and the rent or the split is made worse. I want you to think about that part right there, where you don't want to take the old and mix it with the new. So what does that tell you in another scripture over there, where it says what? All things are become what? New, and old things are passed away. You can't mix the two and expect to be able to worship God or expect to live out your salvation fully and righteously. And no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine doth burst the bottles, and the wine is spilled, and the bottles will be marred, and new wine must be put into new bottles. Now that's something to think about, because once you become saved, you're a new creature. You don't go down to the old places that you used to go to. You don't say the things that you used to say. You don't act the way you used to act. That is, you're not supposed to, because what? You are a new creature. And if you associate, you're still associating yourself with those old things, what's going to happen? You're going to revert back doing the things that you did before. And that's called what? A backslider. Let me share one more scripture, and then we're bringing this to a close. Once again, we're doing a survey. A survey is not a detailed study of the Bible, but to get you interested in reading it verse by verse, chapter by chapter, studying the Bible. Okay? So, at chapter 3 and verse 23, and he called them unto him and said in a parable, in parables, figure of speech, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. I mean, there's so much in this that's happening today to look at. And this morning, and I purpose not to really get into a lot of current events, but in a way you can't help. Because why? Because the word then applies to today. So let me say this again before closing. The 3rd chapter, the 23rd verse. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables. Listen to this. How can Satan cast out, Jesus help us. How can okay, here I go. How can the Democrats cast out the devils from the Republicans? And how can the Republicans cast out the devils from the Democrats? And if a kingdom be divided against itself, now are we talking about Putin? I don't care. Calm down, Roosevelt. And if the United States, I said I didn't want to go there, but if the United States is divided against itself, the United States cannot stand. If a house be divided against itself, Republicans and Democrats, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end. A lot of people, a lot of your friends, a lot of your neighbors, a lot of your enemies, oh well, you know, this is America, and it's going to be around another 400 years. Don't lie to yourself. You see what's happening. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. I'm going to end on that one. I want y'all to think about this. Chapter 3, verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. Can I say it again? Can I say it again? No country can enter another country, strong country, and spoil that country, except you first bind that strong country, and then he will spoil his house. China got this country locked up. You don't believe it? Go home today. Take a piece of paper, take a pencil, and I guarantee you half of the things in your house are from China.
Everything.
We're not strong as we think we are. We're not strong as we think we are. You got China, I'm going to tell you, you taking medicine, do your research, and you find out that China is producing a lot of your medicine that you take every day. How you like that? And this old TikTok mess, it's got your children's mind all messed up. China got all your data. China, it's the person that come in and we think we're strong and they got us. They got us. And guess what? That weak man that's in the White House now is giving away your country, my country. And China is spoiling, is taking everything we have. Thank you very much for Jesus. Thank you for tuning in on today. God bless you. With that said, I didn't mean to go there.